So you're getting ready to stack your rotary engine. Well, setting up a rotor for installation is easy when you know how. If you don't know how, it can seem a little overwhelming ordering the dozens of part numbers required. Also, it is not uncommon to put a spring in upside down or back to front and so on. Some folks might reuse as many old seals, springs, and rings as possible, but I strongly recommend not being a cheapskate when it comes to rotor hardware. Whatever you decide not to replace will then become the weakest link in the chain. Especially these oil control rings that seal the rotor's oil-cooled interior from entering the combustion chamber. Cheap out on these, and you might be tearing your motor down again for excessive smoke and oil consumption. Fun fact, the RX-8 oil control rings will fit any Mazda rotary from 1969 and still available new off the shelf. So if yours are out of spec, maybe think about changing them out. Assuming your apex seals and side seals are tightly clearanced for their respective slots, and you have cleaned all the nooks and crannies of each rotor, Red is starting with installing the oil control rings on the front of the front rotor. Starting with the springs, this is a good time to focus in, as the front and rear of the rotor require some attention to the different springs. When installing new Mazda springs, the white paint indicates to use in the front, or blue for use in the back. Lock the circular end of the spring into the groove of the rotor. Before loading a new O-ring into each of the oil control rings, being careful not to twist the rubber. Locate the indent on the back of the ring and line it up with the straight end of the spring. New oil control rings have a sharp edge around them, so be careful when pushing them in. Red over here likes to use an old ring to help spread out the pressure when pressing the new rings evenly in place. Next, strap in your clearanced apex seals without the apex springs. Pop a rubber band around the outside to stop them falling out. And start dropping in your corner springs and seals. Some like a solid corner seal. Some prefer a lighter keyhole style. Whatever floats your boat. Just make sure they move in the slot without binding up. A liberal helping of petroleum jelly will keep hold everything in place during installation and will melt away without a trace. After installing the side springs, W face up. Slide in your clearanced side seals into their respective pre-measured slots. If you need some help with that, just click on our free How to Side Seal video. Once all four sides are prepared in the same fashion, you can get stacking, or store the prepped rotors in a bag and somewhere safe. Red likes to transport his inside a foam composite hard case, but I think this is taking things a little too far. Next, he'll be handcuffing the handle to his wrist. But anyway, your rotors are all ready to marry up to the first end plate. Red is stacking up his engine plates front to back, but if you are building on a bench, you might want to try from back to front. Once the eccentric shaft is in place and the rotor housing is on, you can go ahead and remove the apex seals with a magnet before returning them with the apex springs. This method ensures all the corner seals are lined up correctly underneath the rotor. If using the Mazda two-piece apex seal and you've cut some big ports in the end plates, you might want to consider facing the corner piece towards the center iron, just to be sure it's not going to fly out. But that is getting into how to stack a rotary motor. If you want to see a video of that, wire a message through the comments section. And don't forget to hit that like button.